Systems on. Three screen. AZ Stevens. Cleared for launch. Hands tied, lights flash, red to green. Every breath is gasoline. Code and chaos, pixels and pain. One mistake and you're out of the game. Screens glow bright, heat in my face. Digital track, physical race. Robin's voice cutting through the crowd. Send it, baby, we're running proud. No reset, no second chance. Heartbeat syncs with the engines dancing the noise. I find my calm, adrenaline's my song. Full send nation, burn the line. Every lap we redefine. No fear, no hesitation. Stevens Motorsport domination. Full send, nation rise again. Full send, nation rise again. 40 cars deep, daylight fades. We ride the storm that the engine made. No walls hold when the dream's in gear. You don't drive fast, you disappear. Set up sheet tape to the dash. Tuned by code and a flash of cash. Sweat drips down, white knuckles burn. This ain't practice, it's my turn. Grip the wheel, feel the grind. Chasing ghosts through the online mind. Every lap a brand new war. I ain't lifting anymore. Full send nation, red line ride. Fuel on fire, hearts collide. Triple screen thunder breaking the chain. We don't quit, we live insane. In gears we trust. In rubber we pray. For every wreck, another day. You better hold that line, AJ. Full send. Full send nation, flag held high. Daytona dreams will never die. Stevens Motorsports built to win. Light that fuse and send it again. Full send nation, crank that sound. Engine scream, the world spins round. From the grid to the finish flame, we own the night. Remember the name. Yeah. Stevens Motorsports. Full send forever. Engines live, telemetry synced. Stevens Motorsports, lock it in. Fuel in my veins, fire in my chest. Every heartbeat's louder than the rest. The rig's alive, the lights go green. This is more than a race, it's a dream machine.
Good evening, everybody. We're a little bit early. Big Duke did a oopsie, and so now we're here about 5 minutes earlier than we kind of anticipated. So we've got a little bit of qualifying going on. I got Dennis up here with me. Big Duke's in the booth with us for just a little bit here before we go racing.
How goes it?
Yeah, but we're sitting here talking about the lawsuit with NASCAR. I figure we'll get this in before we get to the race here at Darlington. But yeah, I like you were saying before we came on, Duke. What lawyer looks at that and goes, "Yeah, this seems like a great idea."
One with dollar signs in his eyes,
Yeah.
man, because he
Oh,
knows
dude.
he's just milking them, bro. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Well, and I think after the whole situation with Jim France on the stand yesterday, I think that's when NASCAR went, we should probably just settle this at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like their lawyers were probably in the background looking at him like, "Yeah, we told y'all to do this a long time ago. Like,
Right,
we didn't have to get this far."
well, and I've been watching a lot of it through Breakhard because he makes it simple, right? Like I don't have to go read a bunch of stuff. He talks fast enough. It's not a long video, so I've been following
Right.
it that way, and like you can see it even on his face. He's like, I don't know why they're not settling.
Right.
Yep.
So, oh man, but anyway, well we got
Idiots, man.
dude, you ain't just a kid.
Billionaires with egos.
Yeah, facts. All right, let's get some race info up really quick. We got 100 laps here at Darlington tonight. We got one fast repair, 3 sets of tires, and from my understanding, it sounds like she's a little loose out there. So, should be an interesting one for these guys tonight. We'll get through our grid. Get this off screen. Chris Gutierrez is going to put it at the top
All right,
of the boards.
have a good stream here, boys. I'm gonna head out.
All right, Duke. Good luck, buddy.
Big Duke.
Chris Gutierrez puts it on top of the board with a 30.394. Holden Wheeler is going to start to his outside. Big Duke is going to start third. Garrett Bobo's fourth. Joe Sullivan's fifth. Jackson Duke is sixth. Kenneth Logue, or Luge. Sorry, Ken, you're going to have to tell me how to pronounce it properly just so I can get it right. He's going to start seventh. Ty Smith is eighth. Connor Walback, I think he's third in the WNIS points. Starts ninth tonight. Tyler Bryan is 10th. Taco John is 11th. Travis Trussell starts 12th after having a fast lap in qualifying. Moving back a little bit further, we got Paul.
Not the qual here.
Oh, did he? He skipped it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he skipped qualifying.
Paul Boomershine starts 13th. B3 starting 14th. Josh Laughlin is 15th. Wayne Whitley 16th. Keith Powell. Oh, Keith says yes, starting 17th. Andrew Winans is 18th. Donovan Miller 19th. And Paul Lawson is 20th for tonight's race. You know, we just had a league race here last night for the Throwback Series. This one's obviously in the day, so it's going to make things a little bit more interesting. Sullivan, yeah, I got you in fifth, Joe. But this track is always interesting. I mean, the 87s here were even interesting. We saw things that should have been cautions that weren't cautions and just funkiness. You know, Dennis, we put in a lot of laps around here in an 87. What do you think it's going to take to win this thing tonight?
Keep the tires underneath it. They did up the fuel a little bit. They got 60% fuel for this one, but the track temp is a nice chill 119.
Jesus. All right. Well, who's on your pick tonight for a possible win?
With the fuel stops and everything, I normally would say someone up front. You got to start up front because passing's really hard here. With the fuel stops, it makes it a little more challenging. Definitely with this pit road because it is a pain to get on if it is under green.
Right.
I do think your winner will come from the first 3 rows.
I don't think you're wrong unless guys got the fortitude to really go for it. Because with Darlington, you get skittish in the corners, right? Like, it gets narrow. Do you have the balls to shove it in there and and hold that line and take that position. I guess we're going to find out here in just a second as we get ready to go green. So Chris Gutierrez brings us to the line. And we are off and racing. Yeah, he held him. Ooh, we got a blinker in the outside lane. That was Holden Wheeler. Oh, they're wrecking in the back.
In the back.
Was that B3?
I believe so.
Uh-oh. What'd you do, B3? He hits the gas. Everything looks fine. I'm not really sure what happens. Oh, he missed the shift.
Yeah. It's weird because it's almost like it went, instead of going second to third, it goes second to fourth because his RPM drops all the way down to 5,500. And then it spikes up when he hits the wall like he's trying to catch it again.
I wonder if it just was a missed shift and he tried to grab the next gear or accidentally grabbed the next gear. So, well, yeah, that was a quick one. I guess while we're under pace, I'm going to grab a drink really quick because I was going to do that before the broadcast, but then we got to talk about NASCAR. So I will be right back in just a second here.
Well, we didn't quite make one lap, so we'll re-rack them, restack them, and try this again. Hopefully those that got involved in that one, hopefully the damage isn't too bad. They can just bump it out. I know, I think Paul Boomershine got a little bit of that one. Obviously B3. I know Wayne Whitley got a little bit of it. Hopefully they're not too bad. So at least it's early on in the race. They should have enough time to jump down and maybe get that fender pulled out. So I think that's all that it is for the most part. It's just fender damage. But no, I see a couple people in chat. How's everyone doing tonight?
You know, I was just thinking about this while I walked away. This becomes a tough decision of, do you use your fast repair or do you just fix the damage?
Yeah, I think none of it's bad enough to where you're going to need a fast repair. Most of the trucks I looked at, it's all just cosmetic fender damage. Just pull the fender out. And
I thought Paul got punched in the right front wheel a little bit, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I've been known to be. My wife would tell you I'm wrong more times than not.
What? No.
No, never. My wife's a saint. Well, we're back 2x2. It looks like everybody's there except for Paul. So I don't know if he's fixing damage or what.
He's still on pit road. The way it popped out, it looks like he uses fast repair, but he might be topping off on fuel at the same time.
He's still sitting there though, so I'm not real sure.
Yeah.
His
car's off.
Chris Gutierrez is going to bring us to the line again. See if he holds him again like he did last time. Not this time. I think he decided to stretch everything out this time, which was probably a good idea. This time we actually make
Paul
it
rolling now.
Okay, so Paul's going to go a lap down here. Still early though, so you know, I think he's going to be
on the wall in the middle of 1 and 2, but
well, I think that
continues on.
I think we're going to see that. Oh, good Lord, the 13 shot to the inside. No caution though.
Yeah.
Oh man, that truck is busted.
Down off the track.
And we stay green out front. That's the unfortunate thing about Darlington, right? So
It doesn't like to throw cautions because it doesn't consider anything underneath where that line would be off the corners,
right,
the racing surface.
right. So I don't know. Gutierrez leads. Let's see what else we got going on here. You got Big Duke sitting in second, Holden Wheeler's third. Joe Sullivan wasn't sure if he's going to make it tonight. He's running fourth currently. Garrett Bobo with him. Got a little bit of a battle. Connor Wolbeck and Jackson Duke. Jackson Duke hits the wall. That's going to let Taco and Travis Tressel on by. Jackson going to try and float in right in front of Josh Laughlin in the 002 truck. We got Andrew Winans sitting behind him in 11th. Keith a little bit off the pace. He's sitting in 12th. Wayne Whitley and Ty Smith.
B3's heading down pit road.
Yep, he tried to drive it without fixing that damage, and I think that right front's towed out just enough. That's a rough start to the night. Yeah, you could actually, you kind of see the right front from this angle. It's hanging out a little bit. So as Chris Gutierrez puts him a lap down.
We got the 002 is slow off pace off of 4.
Man,
He
he's got
loose off of 2.
yeah, he's got a beat up left front fender and now a right front fender. Jackson Duke's still rolling pretty good at this point.
Chris Gutierrez continues to lead out front.
Yeah,
Your front 3 have started to break away a little bit.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing. Go back to TV3 because it just gives us a little bit more viewing angle. Yeah, the top 3 are all separated about the same amount of time, and then you got a little bit of a stretch back to Garrett Bobo. So the question is, can Bobo come forward? He's about 1.9 back from your leader right now. So it'll be kind of something to keep an eye on. See who can get around this track just the cleanest, really. As I see something, a little bit of a battle back here behind Taco. You got Andrew Winans and Jackson Duke were battling it out there for a second. They've all kind of fallen back in line. It's like we said during 87's week here, if you don't take care of your tires, you're in for a long race. So that's going to be the key to tonight, realistically, is Chris leads all 12 laps so far.
I do see someone that's moved through the field, and he doesn't have quite the pace that your leaders do.
Who are we looking for?
But Connor Wolbeck is sitting P5 right now.
Oh, he's gotten around
After
Joe
starting
Sullivan.
ninth.
Yeah. But not the mover of the race so far. Mover of the race goes back behind Joe Sullivan with Travis Tressel. He's up 5. So,
Which I'm surprised he didn't qual. He showed really good pace during the practice sessions leading up to this. So
right.
for him not to qual, maybe he's taking the I'm gonna go slow and not abuse my tires as he 4-wheel slides off at 2.
Right. The problem is he's about 4 seconds off the back of off the back of Gutierrez. He's got to get going because the longer you let these guys kind of drift away from you, the tougher it's going to get. He's going to look to the inside of Joe Sullivan right here. Maybe see if he can't get a run on him when he comes off of turn number 2.
With the green flag runs we've seen in this league, he might be thinking, all right, maybe these guys up front, they're starting to drop off on times now.
Right.
They're all in the 31, almost 2s.
We got
whereas
something brewing up in front because Big Duke has lost touch with Chris Gutierrez, and Holden Wheeler is starting to get up to the back of Big Duke's truck.
And this just might be where we heard Big Duke say earlier he wasn't able to get any practice laps.
Yeah, because of the issue. Whoa, somebody blinked real quick. Because of the issue with the session, Big Duke is basically driving blind for the next 50 laps.
Oh, yellow's out.
Yep. Not sure what that's about. Let's see if we can't find it for you
I got-
guys.
That would be the 40 of Andrew.
Oh, wow. This is really weird. He hits the wall in turn 2. It rides the wall, he rips it off, and then it starts to go weird. Ooh, he swatted the ever-living shit out of the wall, and he's trying... Oh! Holy moly! We gotta come back! We gotta go on board with Keith there. We're
Keith goes for a ride.
sorry, Keith, but we're gonna make you Ricky Bobby famous. You know what we're gonna do? Keith's just minding his own business, and like Ricky Bobby said, I'm upside down. This is bad. Oh, and then he lands her back. What? What? What just happened there?
He drives her away.
He just... Oh, he hits the wall. My God. Is that even real? Paul Boomershine gonna get his lap back. Oh my God. Never Fight just says, warning, warning, warning. Wait.
Do a flip.
Wait. Hold on. Never Pine, are you the warning guy that was in JD McHaley's video? I have serious questions if you are. My God, that was funnier now. Oh, I figured you were the warning guy. If I could get that guy into a broadcast, I think it would be funnier than all get out.
Oh, that was one of those do a flip.
Do a barrel roll. Oh, God, that was great. Okay, it's Logue. It's Logue. It's not Luge. All right. Well, now we've got that. We've got that whole issue sorted out.
So your top 4, I think 4.
All stayed out.
No. I think Big Duke will be the first one on 4 tires.
Okay. Everybody else just took fuel.
I think either fuel or I can double check while we get this restart going.
Yep. Do me a favor. See what you can find out.
Investigating.
Is Chris Gutierrez going to bring us to the green flag. A lot of shakeup here. It'll be interesting to see how Duke handles the, the traffic, because you're not going to want to burn the tires up super duper fast here. Otherwise, you're in for a long day. And Chris Gutierrez getting out to a solid jump already.
A lot of people spinning the tires in the back, and Duke's around. That right there was people spinning their tires, not being able to get going, guys with fresh tires behind them.
Yeah, I think I was kind of thinking that's what was going to happen there. We see the 2 truck of Donovan Miller. We're just to play this at quarter speed, but you can see the 2 trucks already spinning, so these guys got to check. Taco kind of drifts trying to avoid. And then it looked like Travis Trussell just got the back end of Duke. Taco gets slammed up. Oh, no. Taco actually makes it kind of through it. The 13's going to center punch Taco. Oh, no. Taco doesn't get touched by a truck. A lot of slow spinning.
Duke gets tapped by Paul just a little bit. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of contact in that, which kudos to all the drivers for not making that worse than what it was.
Yeah, a lot of different avoidance is there, but minor damage a little bit. So, you know, we'll take it. But
got Sullivan coming down pit road this time. Big Duke's gonna come down. Keith and Paul are gonna come down, get some damage fixed, obviously.
right. Nevermind. Thank you. Appreciate it. I started using SDK here like a year ago now, and it's been kind of nice. It's been a headache at times, just getting everything set. But once you get it set and kind of know how to play with it, it's not as terrible as it seems. But it's a full week's job just getting everything set up and figuring out how to put the logos in and stuff.
If you want a 101 on coding, SDK.
Yeah, play with SDK. Jesus. Yeah, I never thought that I'd have to remember how to HTML code ever again. But the nice thing is they at least give you a cheat sheet. So there's that. And there's a Discord that sometimes they'll answer you in. But it works.
Keyword.
Well,
one thing to remember with the SDK stuff is when you do ask for help, it's a European company, so.
See, that's when you do all of this stuff, Neverpine, because like Chris has his whole thing laid out, kind of. He's got his photo uploaded, so I mean, you can play with a lot of that stuff, which is really cool. And then they just came out with this whole NASCAR 25 update, which gives you that. And I think this looks a little bit cleaner than the old stuff, but all that's handled on the driver side. You give them a driver application, or it's like a driver information application, and they go do their own thing. They upload their own photo. You don't have to touch any of it, which is nice. You know, open the dang window. We're in Michigan where it's like 20 degrees and it's too hot in my basement. What kind of stuff is that?
You only had to put R12 in the room, not R21.
Oh, well, I did R21, so all the walls are R21, so nobody can really hear. But that's a whole nother story for another time. Chris Gutierrez is going to bring us to the green flag as the pace car is off. Once he hits the restart zone, we'll get this thing going, and we are underway again. I'm going to stay on camera 3 at least through this start. Yeah, I think this time a lot of guys
start that time.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys kind of were mindful of that. As it looks like we had Wayne Whitley coming through the field already. Big Duke as well. They're just trying.
People.
Man, this is
sideways off of 2.
Yeah, we're gonna move back a little bit. Wow, and it's already single filed out. That's wild. Some of these guys are going to have to figure it out because Chris Gutierrez, he's led every lap so far.
I think once the fresh tires get to him, though.
I think you might be right. I think once Travis and Big Duke and those guys start to move forward, as Travis is going to go around Ty Smith here, Big Duke going to go with him as well. You know, saving a set of tires might not be the worst idea. You know what I mean? Like, they pitted before lap 25. Saving a set of tires may play off late in the race. As we see Chris Gutierrez coming off of turn number 2 and down the backstretch, still holding a pretty comfortable lead. Get a little bit of a battle with Keith and Andrew. Keith's still driving a little bit of a beat up car. I think he's sitting on his fast repair still. Can't say that I blame him. I think it's a bit early.
Connor's trying to. You know, your first battle is back here for 4th. You got 4 cars under a blanket entering turn 1.
Oh, and Connor gets tapped by Big Duke. Big Duke says, I'm the king shit around. Oh!
Jackson Duke and Travis Trussell make contact off of 2. Maybe we'll keep it straight. I just think that's that difference in drive off the corner for old tires and new tires.
Right. And I don't think Connor's taken tires yet, so be interesting to see if
I believe he has. Unless he did only fuel, but he has been down pit road.
I can tell you in just a second because what we can do.
Oh, the
Oh,
19 of
Wayne
Wayne Whitley,
Whitley.
sideways.
Let's see. Big Duke, 6.6 second that on lap 20 there. Connor Wallback, 7 seconds. And if we check Travis Tressell's 15. So Connor Wallback did not take tires. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as we keep rolling, but it's all Chris Gutierrez out front.
Travis is going to look on the inside of Connor here for 5th. Can't quite get there.
Just a touch on the slow side.
Your top 3 remain the same. Garrett Bobo is starting to reel in Holden Wheeler a little bit, though.
What's really interesting is Big Duke isn't that much faster than your leaders. He's only 0.2 faster. So is that him trying to balance the tires now that he's got a fresh set, and not burn them up?
I got Trussell has gotten around Connor now.
Yep. And he's going to set sail for Big Duke again.
I think Big Duke is in the mindset of, I got fresh tires. I know I'm fresher than the guys ahead of me. There's no reason for me to push it because I am closing.
And I think you're right. I think that's 100% correct. Like, there's no point in really, pushing the ever-living daylights out of it right now, because if it does go green, do you got enough to make it to the end? I don't know. I know they bumped it up a little bit, so we're definitely going to have more fuel than normal. So...
Because, I mean, your leader, Gutierrez, is running 31.3s. That last one actually dropped all the way to a 31.6.
Yep.
Second place is Wheeler's a 31.6. Bobo's a 31.6. And Duke's still in the 31.1s.
Yeah, so I think as long as Duke kind of manages, I think he's going to be okay.
Well, and with having the fresher tires, you don't want to burn them up to get to the guy. Right. Bobo's in the wall in front of Duke here. You don't want to burn the tires to get to him because you want to have enough tire to make a pass.
Right. And Big Duke going to go to the inside. Oh, he looked to the inside of Bobo, but decided not to. Maybe he just didn't want to force the issue down in 1 and 2. Figure you can catch him down the backstretch, maybe?
Get a better run into 3 and 4.
Maybe. Quite possibly.
3 and 4 is a better passing zone than the tight entry of 1 and 2.
Yep, and he's going to go to the bottom side of Garrett Bobo here. So that puts Big Duke up to 3rd.
Clear him.
Yep. Let's see if we got another battle going on. We get Jackson Duke up at the wall. Joe Sullivan going to go around him, as well as the 13 of Kenny Logue. Oh, man, Jackson just keeps pounding the wall.
I'm wondering if that damage he had with the contact between him and Travis Trussell didn't hurt that right front, and now it's just not driving right anymore.
We got Wayne Whitley.
Donovan Miller sideways.
He's got
Don't look now, but there is a battle for the lead.
Oh, my God, there is. And it's a big battle. I did not expect Travis Trussell to be right there as Big Duke goes around the bottom of Holden Wheeler. Trussell going to go around him as well on the bottom side.
I think this is the point where, looking at lap times wise, those old tires have given out.
Yeah, I was going to say Big Duke is just hounding him at this point. You can see the back end of Chris's car truck is just a little loose. And there goes Big Duke to the inside.
And this is where you're wondering, if you're farther back in the field taking mental notes, did Chris push his tires in that first run too much? And now 30 laps into a tire run, he doesn't have any rears left on it.
We got Josh Laughlin just crashed. Take a look and see what happened there. He's going to come out of turn number 2. Oh, God, and it just gets loosened. Oh, man, that's a hard hit. I'm surprised that didn't pull a caution. So he'll be using a fast repair very soon as Big Duke puts another lap under his belt. Well, we got Travis Trussell trying to run him down, but we got Garrett Bobo on the move again. He's going to try and get around Holden Wheeler here in a minute.
Yeah, it's just really hard to make a pass on the bottom side of turn 1.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's kind of set it up so that way you're gaining speed through.
Here.
Gutierrez comes down pit road. I wonder.
I think he saw the tire fall, and
yeah, that could shake some things up. But
I also don't know what the fuel load's going to be like on these. Is it a 40-lap fuel load?
Right. I gotta imagine it's going to be close because you're going to be fairly wide open around here. You know, you're going to be foot to the floor off of turn 2. 3 and 4 is a little bit less, but then when you come off of 4, you're going to be right back in it to rush it down into the corner. So let's see where Connor Wolbeck's at. He is
sitting in 5th.
About 5 seconds back. Let's see what else we got going on around the track here. Chris Gutierrez should be headed off pit road as we speak. We had somebody call out their pitting. Not sure who's going to come to pit road.
Garrett Bobo.
Yep, so there's Bobo down pit road. I think somebody else called out they were going to pit too, but...
Don't peeling off. Got Jackson Duke calling out that he's going to be pitting.
Yeah.
He's pulling off now, going 3.
That right front on that truck is hit.
Your front... Your front 2 are
gone,
running away from the rest of the field, but they're not running away from each other.
Yeah, Connor's still hanging about 6 seconds back, and then you got Big Duke and Travis Trussell coming out of turn number 2 right now, about a half a second apart from each other. I'm sure some of these guys are just dying for some new shoes at this point. Holden
I
Wheeler.
need a fixed camera just staring off of the exit of 2 because these trucks are sideways coming off of 2 almost every lap.
It's kind of wild. You know, it's almost like I need to put a camera up on top of the building at the end of the backstretch, just pointing it right this way. You know.
Yep.
So you got Travis Trussell second, Connor Wolbeck sits third. Then we go back a little bit to Wayne Whitley. And then Andrew Winans and Taco John are 5th and 6th. Joe Sullivan sits 7th. Paul Boomershine back here in 8th. Keith Powell's 9th. Excuse me. Chris Gutierrez running in 10th, a lap down. Somebody else.
It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. It's good to see Wayne Whitley and Andrew Winans be able to jump back from the start of the race and their kind of troubles they had.
Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody had any troubles, kind of like top split in the 87s today. They didn't even make it past the start finish line. No. Like 5 guys did, and then everybody else just wrecked.
Wow.
Oh, the 40's loose again. That was Andrew Winans. He was chasing that sumbitch. He caught it, though. I'm surprised he caught it, but...
Chris was right behind him off the radio, like, I think he needs a new pair of shorts.
I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure if I was Chris, I'd have just shit myself, but...
Ooh. Connor gets a wall off of 2 in front of Wayne Whitley. Wayne Whitley's going to look to the inside of Connor going into 3 and 4. Oh. Chris is right behind him. Oh,
Connor puts it in the wall. At this point, I
I think
think
Connor's struggling with those old tires.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he's kind of regretting his decisions. Connor, you ought to know better than this.
I think he's on the oldest tires out here because everyone else, because Big Duke and them up front have taken tires.
Yeah,
Chris around him has taken tires.
and Chris is just flying right now. I want to get the last lap time so we can see. Chris is running a 31.6, so he's about a half a second a lap faster than Big Duke right now. See where Big Duke's at. Big Duke's just coming onto the back stretch. And he's pulled out quite a bit over Travis Trussell, 2.9 right now.
Oh, Travis Trustle's pulling down pit road.
Headed to pit road. Very, very interesting as Big Duke continues to stay out. So that's
We still haven't figured out what the fuel cycle is on these.
No, because everybody's pitting in weird spots. But Wayne Whitley is going to sit second now. And then behind him, you've got Connor Wolbeck, Andrew Winans, Taco John, and Joe Sullivan all running in a line. Oh, as the 40 gets the wall again. He just got tight and plowed into the wall there. This is one of those tracks, though, where
Connor still stays out.
you know, Big Duke stays out as well. I do believe that was... Nope, that was not Wayne Whitley that hit the wall. I don't know who that was.
I think that was...
I'm not
Ooh,
sure.
Andrew got it good off of 2 there. Yeah, I think that one's going to do some damage.
Yeah, it looks like he shoved that right front end quite a bit. He's going to drift up the track again and catch the wall. Yeah, so Andrew Winans definitely fighting some pretty good damage, which is going to cost him. And it's not like he just said he's coming to pit road.
Yeah, Connor's got a couple of trucks stacked up behind him now. Connor's got Joe Sullivan and Taco John right on his backside.
Yeah, right on his tail.
Wayne Whitley's coming down pit road this time, so he's going to relinquish second place.
Yep, so there goes Wayne. I think the only thing that Connor can do right now is try to hang on. And we just heard Big
Duke's coming in.
Yep, Big Duke just called to pit. You know, I think if he can run maybe a lap or two longer than Big Duke and try and save that set of tires a little bit and see if he can't swing it back his way.
He's just losing a lot of time on track right now.
Right.
He's got Travis Trussell right underneath him.
Yep. So Big Duke's on pit road. It's going to give Connor Wolbeck the lead here in a second.
Yep. Sadly for Connor, he didn't even get that lap led.
He's got to do another one to get it, unless Joe Sullivan says, I'm going around you. Joe was kind of looking like he was going to go underneath him. Oh, we got the
Old
09.
Wheeler's trying to get his lap back.
He's looking to get her back the hard way.
Connor's going to lead that lap.
So it'll give him some bonus points. Holden's going to shove it down to the bottom. Going to let Connor roll free through the corner.
At what point? At what point does Joe be like, I need to get around you. You're costing me too much time, bud.
Right. That's hard to say, but Connor's going to stay out again. I kind of get what he's doing here, but I wouldn't go much longer than 2-3 laps. Oh, as Connor gets hella loose that time. Joe Sullivan going to go around him. I think if I was Connor, I'd come in here in the next lap or so because you're hemorrhaging time at this point. Unless he's kind of looking at, okay, if I pit here, it's only going to be one more stop. Yeah. You know what I mean?
If he can make it to where he's only got to stop one more time, and everyone else has to stop 2.
Right. And that's kind of what I'm wondering. Yeah, you're hemorrhaging time, but if the likes of
You'll make it up.
Big Duke and Chris have to pit twice, kind of works itself out.
It's such a fine line because you lose so much time. Oh, Connor's coming in this time.
Yep, here comes Connor. Joe Sullivan's going to stay out, though, so Joe's going to inherit the lead. So that'll give Joe some more laps led. Chris Gutierrez is about 16 seconds back.
And then Gutierrez has, goodness, almost 9 seconds back to Big Duke.
I got Paul Boomershine crashed. I'll have to go see what that was about real quick. Looks like he started to pull it down pit road. Wound up on the backstretch pit road. And then towed. So I'm not real sure what that was about. But Joe Sullivan continues to lead. He's actually holding pretty well against Chris Gutierrez at this point. I want to look at last lap times. If I can get it up on screen. Joe's running a 32.8 to Chris's 31.7. But I'm kind of wondering if Joe hasn't been pacing a little bit better.
Ooh. I just watched Keith just clobber the wall off of turn 2. That they're gonna have to put new safety barriers up there after this race because there ain't gonna be none left.
They're probably gonna have to repaint this whole place.
Joe, I think that's already in the budget anyways.
Probably. Joe with a 32.6 that time. We'll see what Chris Gutierrez pulls off here in just a second as he gets ready to cross the line. Chris with a 32.0. So
Connor is back on track. He's 7th.
Yeah, he's running 31.3s. So we'll have to see. Look at our gap here. Where's Big Duke at? I figured Big Duke was going to be more forward at this point, but he's about 4 seconds back from Chris.
He's running almost 2 seconds faster than Chris.
As we just saw Travis Trussell hit the wall. Joe Sullivan comes to pit road. He'll relinquish the lead here as Chris Gutierrez is going to pass him as we get ready to go across the start-finish line. And it took what, almost 30 laps for Chris to get back up front. Back to
it cycled out finally.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to cycle out for long because Big Duke is running a second faster than Chris Gutierrez. He's going to let Taco John by. So that's going to put Taco back on the lead lap. Chris is telling him to get away from me. I don't think Big
Chris
Duke
let
needs
Taco
the help.
go because he's on fresh tires.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see where Chris
Some
is
of the
gonna
banter
have
between
to
the drivers is gold.
Yeah, some of it I can't put on radio though.
No,
Like, just it doesn't work.
we never know what out of pocket stuff will be said.
Yeah, Big Duke though, 0.2 back.
Big Duke has pulled on Travis Trussell behind him even.
Yeah, he's up 1.5 over Trussell.
Your fourth place driver, Wayne Whitley, right now is about half a track behind.
Yeah, and he's got Keith Powell in his sights. Keith is still rolling with that damage. I think if it got down to, you know, last green flag pit stop, I'm taking that fast repair.
If he has it, he might have had to take
That, yeah, that's also
from the
true.
right front damage early on because he was involved in the lap 1 wreck.
Right. Oh, Keith used the fast repair already.
Yeah. Well, now you just nursed that truck home.
Yeah, pretty much. As Big Duke has gapped Chris Gutierrez by 2 seconds, and he's going to let Travis Trussell and Joe Sullivan on by. Joe's obviously going to set sail for Big Duke here in a minute. We'll check last lap times. Joe Sullivan with a 31.4. And I think that's just because of the fact that he had to kind of check up for all sorts of stuff. Back to Big Duke. Set our gap. Wow, he's up 4 seconds over Travis Trussell. That's wild. Because Travis,
I'm going to be watching the race here a little bit. I'm going to keep my eye on Connor here.
where's
He went the longest.
That
He's
is
coming out of 2 right now.
right now. Big Duke is 27 seconds up on him.
Correct. But if Big Duke has to pit, this is a long, slow pit road.
That is true.
If Connor doesn't have to pit again.
Where's it fall out?
It'll be interesting. Will the fresh tires come back around to get Connor?
Well,
Or can Connor get enough gap?
here's the other thing. Think about Joe Sullivan. Joe Sullivan went even longer.
Yep.
So I'm kind of curious to see what Connor's lap time this is, or lap time it is this one around. Connor with a 31.3, so he is about 4/10 faster than Big Duke. So he is pulling in. Gap's still about 27.4.
The
I wish I could repeat what I just heard on the radio, but I can't. Keith, I already had to get after him today. You could tell him I said that. Big Duke's still out front by 5 seconds over that man, Travis Trussell. Chris Gutierrez still runs third.
Oh, Keith. He spun out and able to pull it down pit road.
Oh, God. Actually, I think he was trying to get to pit road, and then he stopped it to get there. Uh-oh, Taco must have just got past. I think it was Taco that was on the radio. I could be wrong.
It was Taco.
Okay. We'll just see where Connor's at. He's still 27 seconds back from Big Duke. I've got to look at last lap times, which is I'm scratching my head a little bit because Connor's still running faster than Big Duke, so I don't. Okay, now we're down to like 26, so it's slowly swinging back the other way. But Connor's got to take care of them tires. You see him get loose off of turn number 4. Chris Gutierrez on pit road for the final time. I don't know if he's gonna have enough laps to get back up there. That's gonna be the question mark, right?
Yeah, because we said it was around 30 last time when it cycled out, and we're
Right.
under 30 to go.
Right. Let's get the gap back up because I think Chris Gutierrez just went a lap down. Kind of looks Big Duke's coming to pit road. Did Joe Sullivan and Connor Walbeck save enough? That's where this is gonna. This whole thing could come crashing down. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Keith was playing yo-yo in the pits trying to... Something happened.
Apparently Rickle is upset that he has missed this race with overtime.
Uh-oh. Hey, at least you're making that money.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. So Travis Trussell leads over Wayne Whitley by 15 seconds. Looking at times, Connor Wolbeck, I'm looking at you, man. You're rocking 31.7s. Taco John's 31.6. Joe Sullivan is 31.6. So can those three catch Wayne Whitley and Travis Trussell?
I think both Wayne Whitley and Travis Trussell still have to pit one more time.
Well, Connor is only a couple of seconds back from Wayne. I do believe that Travis will have to pit one more time. So it's going to be close for Connor and Joe. Big Duke is hauling the mail. And he's pulling
Chris
in.
is out here laying 30.4s.
Gutierrez? Holy crap. Save some for the rest of us, bro. I wonder if he took two tires. See if it
How loose
loosened it
these
up.
guys have been getting.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible. Big Duke's got 12 seconds to Joe Sullivan. That's a lot of time to make up. Wayne Whitley's on pit road. So Taco and Connor Walbeck going to get to second, third. If we check our last laps, Connor's running a 31.6. He's a full second faster than Travis Trussell, but he's got 16 seconds up the road to get to him.
Question is, when does Travis come down? Because
That-
he's on the same game plan as Big Duke and
Right.
Chris Gutierrez. Oh, here he comes now.
That's going to be a tough hole to dig out of with 23 laps to go. It'll be interesting, but yeah, here comes your leader to pit road. So it's going to put Connor Wolbeck to the lead. Taco John will come up to second. Joe Sullivan will be third with Big Duke in fourth. And then Chris Gutierrez will be fifth. I mean, unless Travis takes two and just enough fuel, that might be the smart play here. Let's check our lap times. We do see Garrett Bobo trying to get his lap back from Connor Wolbeck. I think Connor's just going to play the smart game, let him go by, and see what happens here. As they're side by side across the start-finish line. Connor with a 32.4 as he let Bobo by, so it slows him up a little bit. Hopefully not too much, and he can keep rolling. Big Duke with a 30.9 that last time. He's still a good bit behind Joe Sullivan and about half the track behind Connor Wolbeck. So
20 to go. As if you're sitting in Connor's spot, you're just turning laps, making those. Make sure you keep those rears happy. This place
Yeah.
loves to chew up that right rear, especially.
Yeah, especially when you drive off the corner and it's a bear at that point. But yeah, As Rickle just said, Chris Gutierrez sitting back here in 5th place is just melting the tires off with the speed he's got right now. I wanted to see, Big Duke's got 12 seconds up to Connor. And
I'll say Big Duke and Gutierrez are setting almost the same lap times.
they're a second a lap faster, but how long can that pace keep up? It'll be interesting to find out. But
And like I said in the earlier run too, they can burn their tires up to get to them, but then do they have enough tire to make a pass?
that's going to be the big question.
Because this place, if you're defending into a corner, you can make it a bear to pass somebody.
Right. So Connor Wallback holds about 2.6 over Taco. Now down to up to 2.7. Oh, there's a wreck back there. They keep it rolling.
That was between Ty Smith and Andrew Winans.
Yeah.
That is a battle for position.
Well,
that's battle for 10th.
Ty got the wall, and then I don't think that Andrew had much of a choice. So, as he goes around him on the bottom side this time, I do believe Ty is coming to pit road.
Ty Smith's like, all right, that's enough. I need new rubber.
Yeah. Oh, Taco's got Connor down to 1.9. And I do see a little bit of a battle shaping up for 3rd and 4th. Big Duke is in the rear view mirror of Joe Sullivan. Somebody spun. Oh, the old 9. Wheeler. He held it down. Yep. Oh, Joe pops the wall. Big Duke pops the wall, and Big Duke drives underneath him. Let's see. Last lap times. Connor still running 32.4s. Big Duke 31.5.
Oh, Connor's coming down pit road.
Oh, no!
Coming down pit road.
That is bad news. Taco John takes over the lead.
Now can Taco hold off Big Duke?
Well, being the Big Duke's almost a full second faster, I don't know, but this ain't good for Taco. Man, Connor is dropping. He's back to 6th. Looking to go a lap down here. Although Connor's going to come out of pit road right now, the damage, I think, is done. You've got 13 laps to go. Big Duke 3.5 back from Taco John. Man, it's going to get interesting.
Taco's coming down pit road. They must not have enough fuel.
Oh my God, how the heck? And Big Duke to the lead.
Big Duke the lead.
I would have packed it full, but I would have thought they would have been able to make it.
About 12 laps short, 10 laps short.
Yeah.
So at that pace, I think Joe's going to have to come down.
Yeah, unless Joe packed it full and he's been saving this whole time. But Chris Gutierrez is coming to the back of Joe Sullivan. Yeah. What I want to know, Connor Wolbeck must have taken right sides of fuel because he's back to 31.3s, sitting in 5th. But I don't think there's enough
I got-
time for Connor to really unlap himself and make some moves here. Unless Joe Sullivan's got a pit. If he does, that's a position for Connor. It'll be interesting to see what the other guys do. Is Big Duke with 10 laps to go is pretty much checked out on Joe Sullivan. He's up 6 seconds at this point. Battle for second rages on. Chris Gutierrez to the inside, and around Joe Sullivan he goes. And Joe's in a hornet's nest of lap cars as we speak. As the 09, that's Holden Wheeler, goes around him. I think at this point, Joe's just kind of settling in, hoping to make it to the end with just enough over Travis Trussell to put it on the podium for tonight. Check last lap times.
Oh.
What do you got?
Travis Trussell and Taco John were both sideways next to each other off the 2.
That's scary. We have seen Big Duke is starting to gap Chris Gutierrez. So Chris, I think, roached the right rear off the thing a little sooner than he anticipated.
Well, Chris has also got 2 lap cars with fresher tires on them.
Yeah, that doesn't help
Fresher tires
either.
than him eating his back bumper off almost.
Just got to run your line and make sure that they make their way around cleanly.
That's like I said earlier. If you don't want someone to pass here, you can make it a bear.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can make it a pain to have someone get around you.
Yep, that is for sure. As we see the 09, that is Holden Wheeler going to go around the bottom side of Chris Gutierrez. Joe Sullivan is caught back up to Chris. And I don't know if that's just because of letting lap traffic by or what. Whoa, he's loose. Go back to Big Duke.
I don't even know at this point with Connor's pace if he's going to be able to unlap himself around Big Duke.
I don't know either. Let's check the last lap times. He's still 0.3 faster than Big Duke. But I don't know. 6 laps to go. I think he kind of set himself up a little bit, not taking tires on that one caution. I think that's really what cost him here. So,
Yeah, and right there, he was only a 10th faster that last lap.
yeah, we'll go back to the battle for, I believe it's going to be third here shortly. As we see Travis Trussell start to close in on Joe Sullivan, and we've got Chris Gutierrez just up the road a little bit.
Russell might be able to get both of these guys.
That's kind of what I was wondering. If we check our last lap time, he's about 0.2 quicker than both of them. 0.3 quicker than Chris Gutierrez, but Joe Sullivan's pulling in Chris Gutierrez as well. So you might see that flip-flop even. Be interesting.
Only got 4 laps to go.
Yeah, if it's going to happen, it's going to have to happen now. Joe Sullivan playing the monkey in the middle as we speak. But I think Travis Trussell is going to be all over him probably about the time we go down into turn number 1. As we get,
Joe's loose and had to catch it in front of Travis there.
that's sketchy. Travis Trussell now going to set his sights on Chris Gutierrez. See what the gap is. He's about a second back with 3 laps to go. Does he have the pace? Back here. Let's check last lap times. 2 laps to go. Travis Trussell's 0.2 faster than Chris Gutierrez. But Chris is holding his own pretty good. About 9 seconds back from Big Duke. Oh, and there's going to be whoa!
I'll say the white flag's out. Big Duke just took the white flag.
That is wild. Remind me to come back and look at that. That was Andrew Winans. But Big Duke's going to lead by 10 seconds here. I can't believe that didn't throw a caution. So we'll come back and look at that here once Big Duke crosses the line. But it's Big Duke down into 3 and 4. All he's got to do is make it out of 4 and sail it for home, and this thing's his. And Big Duke is going to pull off the win tonight at Darlington. So I want to come back and look at this while we're waiting on guys to finish up. And we're going to... We see Winans is loose off the corner. He's going to body slap the wall. Wayne Whitley's going to get to the back of him, which is going to accelerate him to the outside wall again and spin him. But this is where things get more interesting. He's sideways. You probably say, why does that matter? Because Travis Tressel is right there. And just watch this. Because Chris goes to the bottom to miss him. And that truck is going to spin right in front of Travis Tressel at the last second. And he just misses him. Please tell me how that makes any sense why we didn't get a caution. I don't get it. Dude, Andrew, I get it, man. I totally get it. Like, I just don't understand how it didn't throw a caution realistically. So I guess that's Darlington for you, right? But Big Duke's going to come home with the win. Chris Gutierrez is going to come home in second. Travis Tressel's third. Joe Sullivan is fourth. Connor Wolbeck is going to be fifth. Taco John sixth. Wayne Whitley seventh. Garrett Bobo's eighth. Holden Wheeler ninth. Ty Smith is 10th. Andrew Winans is 11th. Donovan Miller 12th. Jackson Dukes 13th. Keith Powell's 14th. Kenny Logue is 15th. Paul Boomershine 16th. B3 is going to be 17th. Josh Laughlin is 18th. And Tyler Bryan, Paul Lawson round out the rest of your field. So, you know, it definitely was an interesting night tonight. As we're joined by Big Duke up here in the booth. I gotta wait for him for just a second so we could talk to him.
So watching this back, because of the situation with Travis Trussell, Sullivan played the sportsmanlike thing and made sure Travis got third. He rolled,
Hey, what's up,
rolled
fellas?
the bottom.
Well, and there he is, the man of the hour, the winner. You pulled it off by 10 seconds. That's kind of a schooling around here.
I mean, one would say that, but I will say this though: the fastest car does not always win the race. Even though I won by 10 seconds, Chris had me. He's a little bit faster than I am here, but I outfoxed him on the pit strategy there about lap 16. Got myself into a different cycle of pit and was able to capitalize on it with that green flag run.
I was gonna say it seemed like the call of the race happened on lap 16, whether you took tires or not.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I came in and took 4 tires and fuel, and I was hoping that it would at least go to lap 60, because that would put me at least kind of halfway back to a similar strategy to those guys. But
Right.
it just wound up going green, so that worked out even better.
Yeah, I definitely think it worked out quite well. We were kind of interested to see where Connor and Taco were going to fall, because I thought that you know, by them running long, that it was going to make it a challenge for you guys. And then with like, what was it, 15, 20 laps to go, they've got a pit. I really thought that they could make it. So
I was on a similar strategy to that at first. I was going to try to run it to where I would only had one more stop, but I decided to change my mind on that.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And
I mean,
as soon as I saw Chris go in with, I had such a big lead. I had already caught him and came back. I had such a big lead that as soon as I saw, I had a 20-second lead, or no, about an 8-second lead there. And at that time, I saw him go in on my relative. So I thought, well, hell, if I pit here, that's just like short pitting. I got him covered at this point.
Right. Yeah. I mean, at that point, if
So
you,
I went ahead and pitted when I saw him pit.
yeah, I was gonna say if you got that big of a gap, it's like, well, do you just risk it and not have to pit and just keep rolling? So,
Right.
but I mean, all in all,
Yeah, I was nervous there when I heard that there was a spinning there towards the where I was coming to take the white, and they were talking about wrecking on the back, and I was like, oh no, this is not good, because I was out of tires at that point. I at 60 lap 60 or 70 wherever I pitted the last, that was my last set of tires. So I would have been a sitting duck if it had got a late caution.
well, and wait until you go back and look at that, because I can't believe it didn't throw a caution. Because
I'm glad it didn't.
Well, yeah, I get that, but it looked like it was going to be, it looked like it was going to be really interesting there for a minute. So, but, good run tonight. First place on the night. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, good. I'd give a shout out to Chris, man. He came and run with us again tonight, man. It's always a pleasure running with him. He's a damn good racer, and fun to race with him. Shout out to everybody here at YESCAR that helps put everything on. Everybody over at MBV Travel Co., Elite Performance Industries, Thermal Sweep, everybody. AI Chief, got a new AI Chief coming out. It's a new third-party spotter crew chief app that's coming out that will have overlays, stint analyzers, and lots of other things that you could ever wish for in sim racing. So shout out to the guys, Mr. Sherman over there at AI Chief. Go join the Discord. Check them out on TikTok. They're doing some open beta testing in January, and it's going to launch in March. So it ought to be a damn good product.
I like it. I actually want to check that out myself. So, especially with all the setup building I'm doing. So,
yeah, there's from what I understand, there's going to be some of the versions of it coming out is going to have an actual setup builder in there that'll analyze what you're doing and understand what it needs to do. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick. I might actually have to try that out and do a video about it. So,
yep, absolutely.
All right,
and then thanks to you guys for producing this. We greatly appreciate your time.
Absolutely, anytime. Well, congrats on the first place tonight. We'll let you go, and maybe we could talk to you again next week. For sure, we'll talk to you tomorrow night, anyways. But
oh yeah, we'll chit chat tomorrow night.
Oh, I'm sure.
You boys have a good one. Thank you.
You too, bud.
Yep, see you, man.
Yep. Big Duke, everybody. I was waiting to see if we were gonna get the other guys in here, but I don't see anybody in Discord. So
I don't either.
Yeah. But huge shout out to Chris Gutierrez, Travis Trussell as well, on the podium finish. I think that Darlington always offers us the most interesting racing, hands down. You never know what you're gonna get, as we saw tonight with stuff that should have been cautions that didn't wind up being cautions. But all in all, I think these guys put on a heck of a race tonight.
Oh, for sure.
So, all right, everybody. Well, I think that's it for me and Dennis up here in the booth. We're going to call it a night. I'll see all you guys tomorrow. I will be running the WNIS. I'll stream that live. So you'll get to see all of our Charlotte hard work in action after the amount of hours I've put in this week on that setup. So, we'll see if we can't get it to the front tomorrow night. That'll be about 9 o'clock Eastern. We'll probably start about 8:50, 8:55. So don't miss out on that. And we will see you guys all tomorrow.